all book lovers, welcome back to the Bibliovert channel. My name is Jacqueline, and y'all, I am so freaking excited about today's video. Oh my gosh. So a couple of weeks ago, after Allie and I had finished recording one of our episodes, she was like, hey Jacqueline, I have this idea. I want to see what you think about it. And needless to say, it is absolutely brilliant and I love it and I'm so excited, but I'm also just gonna go ahead and let her be the one to explain it. So I'm handing this off to Allie.
Hey everyone. So Jacqueline and I have been doing a ton of planning for the year 2022. We've got lots of incredible projects that are happening, lots of events and things that we are so excited to share with you guys once they come up. But with that comes a lot of pre-work where Jacqueline and I are looking at the calendar 6-7 months out and we're planning things in advance. So I was in the process of going through our calendar and I was specifically looking and planning out February. I was putting together my bullet journal for the month, planning what I was going to read, planning important dates, all of that stuff. And of course, in the middle of February, noticed Valentine's Day, which as a member of Team Perpetually Single, can always be a hit or miss day for me. A lot of times I'm indifferent to it and it doesn't bother me. And then there are other times where that day can be pretty hard. And I know I'm not alone in that notion where Valentine's Day can be hard for people not in romantic relationships or people that even are in romantic relationships. And I got to thinking about the purpose of Valentine's Day and the desire to make people feel loved and valued and cared for. And of course, know in my heart that our Bibliovert community, they fulfill a lot of that for me. They make me feel known and loved and cared for. And so got to thinking about the idea of celebrating relationships with friends and celebrating relationships in the bookish community specifically, and the joy and the wonder that those bring, and giving them a space to shine and make people feel seen and valued and known and cared for and loved. So with all of that kind of floating around in my mind, I reached out to Jacqueline and I kind of asked her what she thought about potentially doing something Galentines Day themed, which typically comes a day or two before Valentine's Day, as a way to celebrate women and platonic relationships, specifically between your friend group. So I pitched the idea out to her and she, of course, being the wonderful human that she is, jumped on it. She was like, let's do it. So we kind of got to playing around with it. And right now what we're thinking about is doing a 12-hour Galentine's Day read-along. So picking a book and then having events like a live read-along where we read together, like kind of like we did for the Massive Readathon, Instagram lives, self-care hours, things like flowers and wine and chocolate and all of those Valentine's Day themes, but thrown into reading a romance book together as a group. So we have kind of tossed some ideas back and forth. We are kind of in the middle of planning and it is still January. We're hoping to announce this on February 1st. So what I need to do now is I need to take those ideas and those plans and I need to turn them into things like graphics for our Instagram and for our YouTube, interactive activities and stuff that we're going to be using. And this is my favorite part of the planning process on events because we've got these ideas in our head and now I get the privilege of turning them into something usable and exciting and pretty that we can take and run with. So that's what I'm going to do now. I am going to start that design process. I'm going to bring you along with me and I can't wait for you to see what we come up with. And I hope you are like kind of getting to see behind the scenes.
I have no words. This idea and concept of mixing galentines and books just makes me so incredibly happy because I know that some of the most incredible and important people that I have in my life right now, I have met through the bookish community. And so this idea of getting to spend Galentine's Day with them and celebrating them, I have no words. I am just so excited. So the book that we'll be reading is Good Girl Complex by Elle Kennedy, who's also the same author who wrote the Off Campus series. But this book is about good girl Meg who just really wants to start an online business, but her parents are making her go to college. And basically she's just always followed the rules. She's always done everything right. But when she moves to this new town, she kind of meets the bad boy of the town and I guess we're just gonna have to find out what happens. So I know that Allie kind of explained this earlier about how this is going to be like a behind the scenes look into Allie's creative process of setting things up, how everything is leading up to the day, and then also obviously how we're celebrating the day of itself. So it's going to kind of be like a behind the scenes vlog over the next couple of weeks of what this whole process looks like. So I'm really excited about this video. I really hope that you like it and that you get to have as much fun as we do.
So what I get to do now is I get to start the design process. We've got some ideas floating around. We've got a rough kind of outline of what we want things to look like. So I am going to head into our Canva files and I am going to start making those graphics and start putting them together and hopefully creating something that we can use for this read along. So here we go.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I have been like obsessively watching the Barnes & Noble and Books A Million websites to see if Good Girl Complex was available in stores, and I just haven't seen it become available. So I went ahead and bought it online, which I am so happy that I have it here in my hands. It's absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait to dive in next weekend. But I was going to use it as an excuse to go book shopping. And that got taken away from me, and I'm a little bit bummed. But it's here. I'm forcing myself to wait until next weekend. But I am so very excited. The next thing that is on my to-do list is to do a little Target run and pick up some goodies and some Valentine's Day treats and some self-care things. So let's get to it.
So we are a couple of days away from the Galentines read along, and I need to run to the store and gather some things that we're going to be using. We are going to be doing stuff like a live kickoff in the morning, so I'm going to get some stuff for mimosas, and we are going to be doing like self-care hour, and we are doing desserts in the evening, so we're going to be making desserts together. So I've got to get all of that stuff and bring it back home so that I can have it for the day of, so that on the day of I can spend all of my free time reading Good Girl Complex. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to head to Target and probably Kroger because they have some good flowers, and get some flowers for myself, and then we'll be ready for Saturday. I'm so excited.
Okay, so it's the Wednesday before our Galentine's Day celebration, so I thought that I would go run to Target and get some goodies, some snacks, some like self-care stuff, face mask, bath bomb, you name it. Maybe some like PJs? I don't know, but I thought I would run and go do that, and I'm gonna take you with me. yesterday I ran to Target and I got some stuff. We got lots of snacks and like bath bombs and tons of different like face masks, and I think there's like a foot peel in here, so that'll be a first. But then I got a couple of different kinds of candles, like a body scrub. I think you get a hair mask, which will also be another first. So like we're gonna be pampered. But there is one more errand that I do think I want to run before everything starts. So today is Thursday. I have 2 days left. Tonight we are recording a sneaky little Bibliovert podcast episode, which we have not announced yet. And tomorrow we're recording another one, and it's a different announcement that we haven't made yet. So like so many surprises. But needless to say, I'm not gonna have time after work to go run this errand. So I am going to go get some flowers because I love flowers. And I have this place in mind, and it is literally the cutest place in the world. It's called Amelia's, and it's like a little flower truck, and it is precious. And my hope is that I can ask someone there to put together a bouquet that just like screams galentines. And I am so excited. So I really hope I can film while I'm there because it's just so darn cute. It's so cute. But let's go do that. And then I think probably the next time that you'll see me, it'll be on Saturday. So I'm so excited. Can't wait to start. We just finished our live reading sprint over on YouTube, and I keep forgetting how much fun those are. We did one back in June for the Massive Readathon and had a great time doing it then. And I'm just like, we need to do this more often because I just have a good time and I feel like I actually focus and get some good reading done. So, let's talk about this book real fast. I am on page 128. I'm nearly halfway through. I don't love it. Cooper, I don't like him. I don't like the way he looks at, like, views women or thinks that he knows what women think. And with Mac, I have a hard line for just me personally about monogamy and relationships, and I don't enjoy reading about books that have any sort of cheating or things like that involved in it. And so unfortunately, like, I've kind of stopped liking her in that aspect as well. But I'm like still not even halfway. So I'm kind of sitting here thinking, like, is there gonna be some sort of redemption? Like, I would love for Mac to end up single, and just being like a boss, or I don't know. So I will say I am not having I'm not enjoying this one, unfortunately. It's not a win for me. Now, again, we're only halfway, so like maybe I'll be eating my words by the end of this, and I hope that I am. I will continue to give updates, and I hope that tonight when I check back in and I'm like, I read it, I'm done, I'm finished, it was actually a work of art. Just get through the first little bit and maybe we'll be there. But I'm not there right now. So anyway, I'm thinking that I might actually take a bubble bath real fast. I made this preset on Instagram stories where it like helps you choose what self-care you're going to do for the day. And I got take a bath, which I'm really, really excited about. So I have a Kauai bomb as well as a treasure bomb. Ooh, they both have like things hidden inside them with a little surprise inside. Plumeria, I do like the smell of plumeria, or coconut. That's hard. Coconut, plumeria. I think I'm gonna do the Kauai bomb. Maybe a face mask at the same time. I don't know. So I think I'm gonna do that right now and do a little bit more reading. But today has been so much fun. The absolute best time. I think we need to have a Galentine's Day celebration every single month because this has been an absolute joy. So yeah, gonna go do that, gonna pick out a face mask, and gonna have some fun little self-care time.
I just finished chapter 13. So I'm about to start 14. It's 3 o'clock, so I've got a couple of hours. We're gonna do our Patreon Zoom here in just a little bit. And I'm tabbing as I go. And so far, every tab is something that the main character love interest says or thinks that I hate. Because apparently that's what I decided was the thing that I wanted to tab. So I think actually even the female has a tab or two in here where I was like, you deserve a tab for that. And every time that I put one on the page, that audio, the red flag, plays in my head. So I have heard that up to the halfway point of the book, it does not get better. I'm really hoping for a redemption arc, or for Mackenzie to end up single and go on a whole healing journey all by herself with absolutely no love interest, because that would be very Galentine's spirited, and I'm here for that. So I'm gonna keep reading, I'm gonna keep going, and we'll see how we feel or how far I get by the end of the day.
Oh my good gracious. Okay. I've been thinking about this. Do I go into detail or do I not? And I think the only thing that I will say, it did not get better and it was a 1-star read. I just didn't like any of the characters. However, I did have a really good time reading this book and talking about it with people. We had a blast, but unfortunately it wasn't a win for me. So that's all I'm gonna say. That is all I'm gonna say. But it has been so fun to just kind of spoil ourselves, but then also just have a great day virtually with a lot of our sweet friends that we've made over the last year or two. So we're moving on. We're not thinking about this ever again. She's done. That is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. We had so much fun planning this out. Allie worked so incredibly hard, and then today was just such of fun success that I hope that we will do this for many, many years to come. But don't forget to check us out on Instagram at the Bibliovertpodcast. And we also have a Patreon that is filled with incredible people. So if you were looking for a community, definitely feel free to check us out. They are amazing and are truly one of the brightest spots of my life. But we hope you have a fantastic week. Happy reading, and we'll see you next time.